Hey friends, I'm super excited to get started with today's lesson. We are continuing our Space, Moon, and Stars unit. This is my favorite unit to teach. I just think it's so cool and interesting. I hope you guys find today's lesson as awesome as I do. So far we have talked about Earth's place in space. We learned that Earth is one of the planets in our solar system. Our solar system is located inside of the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way galaxy is just one of billions of other galaxies located in our universe. So we have this great big huge universe and nobody knows exactly how big it is. It's still growing and expanding, and there are billions of galaxies spread all out throughout this gigantic universe. One of those galaxies is the Milky Way. Our solar system is located inside of the Milky Way galaxy, and then Earth is located inside of that solar system. And Earth isn't even the biggest planet in the solar system. So it's kind of crazy to think about how huge everything out there in space really is. But today we are going to continue talking about a star. We are going to be talking about a very special and important star to us. We are talking about the sun, and specifically the sun's energy. Remember when we were learning about our solar system, how all of the planets orbit around the sun. So we are going to be talking about that important star today. Today, we are going to be asking the question, what kind of energy do we get from the sun? So the sun gives us energy, and there are 3 different kinds. And I want you to be focusing on that today because that's your learning target, for you to be able to explain the types of energy that we get from the sun. You are going to have an activity to do on Seesaw right after you finish listening to me reading the story to you. And you are going to have to tell me the different types of energy we get from the sun and how the energy helps us. Alright, so let's get started with our story today. The Sun's Energy by Karen Jones. The sun is a star. It's the only star in our solar system. When you look up to the sky at night, you are seeing other stars in our Milky Way galaxy. The sun is just one of the millions of stars found in the Milky Way. The sun is made of different gases. These gases are what make the sun fiery and extremely hot. The temperature on the surface of the sun is almost 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It would be impossible for a person to get close to the sun because of its extreme heat. The inner core of the sun is even hotter. The sun is about 93 million miles away from the Earth. It's at just the right distance to keep Earth not too hot or not too cold. It's kind of like the story with Goldilocks, right? We're just right in that just right zone. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, we're just right. Compared to other stars in the Milky Way galaxy, the sun is medium-sized. You could fit over 1 million Earths inside the sun. Let me see if I can move this here. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about? We are 93 million miles away from the sun. And the sun here, it's so big it can't even fit on the page, is only a medium-sized star. It's not even the biggest star that there is. It's just the closest star to us. Oops, let's see, switch page. Right. The sun is very important to life here on Earth. Without the sun, people, plants, and animals would not exist. Most of the Earth's energy comes directly from the sun. Energy is the power that makes things charge and move. The sun provides us with energy in the forms of light and heat. So the sun gives us energy with light and heat. Light is one form of energy we get from the sun. Oh, remember I said I want you to be thinking and remembering about 3 types of energy from the sun. Light is one of them. The sun produces most of the light that we use in our everyday lives. Light from the sun allows plants to grow and provide food to people and animals. Without light from the sun, we would not have food to eat. That's one way the sun helps us, isn't it? Is that it helps plants grow so we can eat the plants so we can have food to eat. Heat is another form of energy that is produced by the sun. Oh, there's number 2, heat. So we have light and heat. The sun warms the earth. It helps create our clouds and weather. Without the sun, Earth would be too cold for people, plants, or animals to live. So that's one way the sun helps us, is by keeping us warm. Even in the wintertime right now, it seems like it's freezing cold outside sometimes, and it is, but it would be even so much colder without the sun. Light and heat from the sun helps plants produce oxygen. People and animals need oxygen to breathe. Without oxygen, there would be no plants, animals, or people on Earth. So light and heat are both very important in helping plants grow. And when plants grow, they give off the oxygen that we breathe. So that's one way the sun is helpful to us. Light and heat from the sun can also produce solar energy. There's the 3rd kind of energy, solar energy. Solar energy can be made into electricity. Solar energy is less harmful to the environment than the other fuels such as oil and coal. Scientists are still figuring out the best ways to use solar energy. To us, the sun is the most important star in the whole universe. It is what provides us with heat and light that we need to live. Without the sun, we wouldn't be here today. So now that we finished our story, think, what kind of energy do we get from the sun? There were 3 different kinds, and I pointed them out while I was reading. Do you remember them? See, we have light, we have heat, and we have solar energy. So those are the 3 different types of energy that we get from the sun. You are going to be doing an activity on Seesaw. One second, let me get it pulled up here. All right, here's the activity on Seesaw. I went ahead and got that pulled up. So up here, it says 3 types of energy the sun produces. 1, 2, 3. You can either use your finger to write, you can tap the T to type it, and you're going to tell me the 3 different kinds of energy that the sun produces. Then you're going to use pictures, or you can draw pictures to tell how the sun helps us. Then there's the next page. At the top, you're going to pick one way the sun helps us. You're going to draw a picture, and then you are going to write a sentence to go along with your picture. Your sentence needs a capital letter, spaces, a punctuation mark. When you're all done, go back and read it and make sure that it makes sense. So how does the sun help us? We talked about some different ways in the story. Just pick one that you like best. Then you're going to complete the true and false activities down here at the bottom. Number 1, the sun is a star. T for true or F for false. Number 2, the sun produces light and heat. T for true, F for false. We could live without the sun's energy. T for true, F for false. When you're all done with that, click the green check mark and turn it into me, and then you're all done with science today. I hope you had so much fun learning about the most important star to us, the sun, and that you realize how important it really is, and all of the energy that we get from it and how much it helps us. All right, I am excited to see what our next science lesson is going to be when we are talking about the sun, moon, and the stars. Bye.